Hi, everyone, and welcome to The Theorist
And the Savant.
with your host, JC Botero67.
And Alex.
And today we're taking a look at The Ninth Life, Chapter 7.
Chapter 7 already. 7 months has gone by.
Right? It's so crazy. I love it, though. So, I guess we'll go ahead and start off with the beginning of the chapter.
A very good place to start.
Hey! Quoting Sound of Music right now. So anyway, I got not the wrong impression. I'm not even sure how to phrase this, but
It is kind of the wrong impression, sort of.
Okay. We'll stick with that then. So for some reason, I thought the chapter was starting off with Ciel and Alois, and that they were at Sebastian's place. So I was just like, oh my gosh, that table that Sebastian doesn't want being messed with is gonna get messed with. But then I thought about it and I was like, it seems too soon. I mean, we're just delving into chapter 7. So I figured that's probably better off later on in the story.
Quick tree branch about that table.
Okay.
I can completely picture, like, Sebastian and Ciel just going at it, and Sebastian just goes and knocks all the stuff off the table, and then they just boink right there on that table.
And they just use the shit on there because freaking the mag light and
oh my god,
the handcuffs and that gun oil again.
So many fun things.
I know, that is a very fun table. Anyway,
being a police officer has its advantages.
I know, right? Hey, I have a friend dating a police officer, so
ooh.
I'll have to ask her, like, hey, you mind talking to me about, like,
did you ever use gun oil as lube?
That's so funny. Anyway.
That could be anyone with a gun, though. It doesn't necessarily have to be a police officer.
That's true. So anyway, back to Ninth Life here. I knew it was too soon because it turns out that Alois is in his own apartment, alone, until a certain someone shows up, but we'll get to that in a second. So
poor little lonely blonde nugget.
Aw, he won't be lonely for long. All right, so there was actually a sentence within that beginning part that I totally had a fangirl moment on, because there's this musical that I love to pieces, and after I read this sentence that I'm going to read, I'll let you know what that is. So, Ciel and he had been so excited, both finally out of college and working adults. The world, their oyster. Now, that last part, the world, their oyster, reminds me of Chess. I don't know if y'all have seen Chess the musical, but it is phenomenal, and I love it. And so I want to play the song because it's just amazing. It's called One Night in Bangkok. It's by Murray Head, and it's from the 80s. It's so funny because I came across a song on the radio a few years ago, and I was like, dude, this song is amazing. I love it. And then turns out it was in a musical from the 80s, and I'm like, hey. So we're going to play a little bit for you right now. So yeah, like I said, awesome freaking song. Totally 80s, but I love it.
That would have been the perfect moment for my Cher voice. Hit it! Sorry, that wasn't very good, but I tried. I did the head wave and everything. I actually do know this song. I don't know why I didn't know this song.
All right, so coming back to the review, I have Alex here. You're gonna briefly sum up what's happening next, and then I'm gonna provide a few examples.
So Claude shows up, knocking at the door, and Alois is like, "Who the f*** are you knocking all up on my?" And then Claude's like, "Hey, it's me. How you doing?" And then Alois is like, "Are you stalking me or some?" Because that's against the law. And Claude's like, "I can get out of it. I'm a police officer. I know what I'm doing.
I am the law."
I am a cop.
Oh my god. I am a priest.
So then Claude comes in, and then Alois is all like, "I don't know what the hell you doing here. I'm fine on my own." And Claude's like, "I wanted to check up on you because, you're hot." And Alois is just like, "Ooh, thank you." And then Alois is like, "Hey, you want to?" And then Claude's like, "Hell no, I don't do that on the first date. So I'm gonna just stay here and sleep on your couch." I don't remember why he was sleeping on the couch, but
and then go off to Ciel? Wow, okay. Doesn't he go off to Aloise's bedroom too or something?
Mm-hmm.
You're probably getting to that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. And then Alois is like, you can sleep in my bed with me. We don't have to do nothing, but I sleep butt ass naked. You better be okay with that. And then, like, Claude's like, okay, whatever, fine. And then, Alois walks away all stripping and stuff and goes into the room. And then Claude goes after him, following his broken ass clothing. Broken? Loose? Lost? On the flow? I don't know. Something like that.
Okay. I love your reenaction of this. Like, it's so beautiful. I love it.
Thank you. It's a gift.
So I guess drawing some quotes from that scene that Alex so beautifully reenacted for us. I'm actually gonna go ahead and go back to when Alois is like, "Hey, I want to," because this is what he said to Claude, and I'm just like, dude, Alois, man.
This is one of the best quotes ever.
I love this kid.
It's almost as good as Hell's portal being a vagina.
Oh God. All right. So here's Alois's line. Stay over. I'm really good, I promise. Tightest ass you've ever had. You'll swear I'm a virgin. And Claude's reaction, as I'll read in the narration line, it says, Claude's eyes widened at the admission, Alois smirking mischievously as he flirted.
What a hoe.
I know, I love it though, I love it. Why can't Ciel be more hoe-ish? Like,
right.
We need that in our lives.
We just got some in the last one.
Oh, that's true, that's true.
That heat better hit again and again and again.
All right, and then this is super funny because this actually reminded me of a conversation that we had with Anime Cujo. I don't know if this is something that we uploaded to YouTube at some point, but I remember talking about it, so I guess I'll just jump right into it. The nurse looked down at the floor, then at Claude, back to the floor, and then once more to the man who was flat out refusing to have a go at him based on his morals. It was the most ridiculous thing Alois had ever encountered in his life. Even more bizarre than the time he dated a furry who liked to dress up as Elmo and Cookie Monster during sex. And when I read that, I was like, oh no, not the furry. So I'm kind of wondering if Anime Cujo based that off of our conversation. It could be.
Possible. I love a good furry every once in a while.
I want to know who Alois was. Probably Elmo. Because, the short...
It's so weird.
Cute little character.
Hey,
and then the other guy...
You want to like Sesame Street characters?
That sounds so messed up. Like...
I'm the biggest bird you ever gonna meet.
Oh my god! That's great. I was gonna say something about cookies, but I don't even know. I don't even know what I was gonna say. Like, yeah, whatever. I just remembered frickin' my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Or my apple core brings all the squirrels.
Oh, yeah. That's so funny. Maybe we should talk about that real quick.
Okay, seriously, my cat was, freaking out. I have this, thing in front of the window. It's, a cat perch. And she was up there, tweaked out of her mind. And I was like, the hell's going on? And I look outside, and there's, 13 squirrels in the backyard. All just running around, all crazy. And, the one comes strutting through with this, apple in its mouth. It's like, f y'all, all y'all got some seeds and shit. I got this big apple. And all the other squirrels were like, the f is that? It was so funny.
Aw, you can video this?
No, I didn't think about it.
Do it next time if it happens again. Alright, so back to some more Claude Alois deliciousness. At some point we'll get deliciousness from them. But anyway. Smiling, Claude got up from the couch, pausing to pick up the mess of fabric on his way to what he assumed was Alois's bedroom. A quick flip of the switch bathed the rest of the apartment in darkness, and the detective followed a thin stream of light trickling out from under the door ahead, like Hansel and Gretel, trailing after breadcrumbs to...
Freudian slip, breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs. Alright, trailing after breadcrumbs to the candy-filled treasure in the woods. And I just have to say, I love her reference, because I never would have pictured her using, Hansel and Gretel and, that part of the story of Hansel and Gretel in her own story. It's just so cool. I love the references that she uses.
Right? She is really good when it comes to, referencing other literature in her work. Yes. I love it.
Indeed. So then that scene jumps to Ciel and Sebastian the following morning. So basically, Ciel's getting up. He hears Sebastian call him down for breakfast, and, Ciel's like, oh, okay, like, Sebastian seems normal, like, there's nothing weird, he's not upset or anything, he's made me frickin' amazing waffles and bacon and shit. And then, frickin' Sebastian's like, so, what was that all about last night? And I'm just like, dude, take a hint, man. You're hot. Ciel is a precious little kitty in heat. So, I mean, it's 2 + 2. Like, come on. You can figure it out, Sebastian. You're a detective. I'm kind of worried.
I know, right? He's so dense.
It's funny.
And then I have a quote here from Sebastian and Ciel's lengthy discussion about what exactly the just happened. I've heard rumors, Ciel, that Nekos are perverts, that the only thing they know how to do is wreak havoc amongst the general populace, destroy the order of society, and bring chaos to the human race. Sebastian paused, letting the statements sink, maintaining the same rhythmic flow of his voice. Ciel visibly cringing across from him. No morals, no ethics, not a single shred of human decency in those depraved souls. Don't think that just because I have access to more information and research than the average citizen that I'm not susceptible to the media's influence. I typically make decisions based on what I've experienced firsthand, and after last night, I have to say I'm starting to agree with everyone else. And I was pissed at that point. I was like, man, you, this whole thing, it all. I'm going to close this shit. I'm going to bed, this. And I was really mad. I was like, you are being such an asshole. You barely know this kid. And it's half your fault anyway. You could have just, knocked him out and put him in the closet. But no, you were like, all right, fine, I'm going to do this. And then you went and freaking jerked off after the situation in the shower. You're like, oh, yes, you're so hot. And, like, the hell, I wanted to punch him in the face. Seriously.
It's so funny because when you said he should have just put him in the closet, I'm like, oh, hey, he can put Ciel back in the closet.
He's already there. And then Ciel goes on to explain, I told you, it wasn't me, it was the heat, he shouted, jumping to his feet and knocking the chair to the ground with a loud thud. And instantly I was just like, ooh, damn. All right, 100 points to Jocelyn. She knew that. Instantly.
100 points to Slytherin. No, kidding.
2 seconds, like 20 years before the right. Story even started, you were like, Ciel's going to have that cat and heat moment. He's going to be all horny. And then, boom, there it is.
Yup. It just makes it so hot. Like, Ooh,
and then,
sorry. You know what? I just realized. That means that you and I have experienced cat and heat moments ourselves before we died.
True.
So, hey.
I wonder who the hell I was having sex with.
I know. I hope I was with William, man.
I hope we weren't having sex with the people that killed us.
Oh my god, right? That'd be so bad.
Miko prostitutes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, right?
Maybe another element to the story. Watch, that's gonna happen.
Right? It's Neko prostitutes, and it's their pimp that's killing them.
Oh.
That's sad. He's losing money. What?
Oh, right? I know. Like, come on, dude.
And then I was just like, really, Sebastian? Because Sebastian's like, what's a heat? And I'm like, what are you, stupid? You're a police officer. Let's use context clues and put it together to figure out what a heat is. How old are you? Like, I knew what a cat and heat was when I was like 12. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but still.
Right?
You're like 30-something.
I know, right? Like, dude.
And then they go on, and he finds out that Ciel was a virgin, so he took Ciel's virginity, kind of, sort of. Yeah. And he's like, oh my god, that means I was your first kiss as well? I am going to hell. And I was like, ooh, Revelations tie-in, Sebastian in hell.
Very nice. Alright, so continuing on with Sebastian here, I've got a quote from him. Okay, I'll accept that, but only if you promise me that the next time this happens, you tell me before it gets out of hand. Ciel blushed at the condition, but Sebastian refused to let him brush it off. I'm serious, Ciel. At least if I know, we could do something to head it off, or whatever. That is until we can get in touch with this mysterious doctor of yours. And so it's super funny because I'm like, haha, head it off. Like, are you gonna suck his dick? Like, I'm not opposed to that. Like, I don't think Ciel would be opposed to that either.
I don't think anyone would.
Right. But anyway, the more important note of that was the whole like the mysterious doctor. So I was just kind of like being funny about it and was like, what if this doctor is a potential love interest for Ciel? Kind of modeled off after SMTV. But I'm sure that won't happen. But I do have some predictions for who this doctor might be. I know you had some ideas as well, so you are welcome to go first.
All right. Well, I was trying to think of who has starred in Anime Kujo's previous stories, because, she has a tendency of bringing characters in that she normally uses. And I was trying to think of who hasn't been introduced yet. And I don't remember if Grell was introduced or not, but Grell as a doctor would be interesting. And potentially even more interesting if Sebastian was to take Ciel to the doctor. And then Grell could be all, ooh, Sebastian. And then, all creepy, and I don't know what that voice was, but, And then I had thought she could do Alexis again, like Alexis Midford, but I don't know if that would be wise to carry over Alexis Midford or not, because he was a doctor in Revelations, so might be too combiney with things.
Mm-hmm. And is that all you had, or did you have more?
Those were the only two I had written down because I really was drawing a blank.
Okay, no, you're good. I do want to say that Grell is involved, he works with Ronald Knox and William, I believe. I can't remember his job title right now, but I want to say that he works with them. And now that you mentioned Alexis, I thought of his wife, Frances, who I believe was also a doctor in Revelations. So that's another possibility.
I think she was a pediatrician in Revelations.
Oh, okay. Because, I think the doctor is a friend of Ciel's dad in Ninth Life. I think it was. So I was trying to think of who it could be. I had thought about that doctor from the circus arc, whose name is just Doctor. So I would assume the last name would probably be Kelvin or something. So there's that guy. I had also randomly thought about both authors. So the one that we meet in the William OVA.
Right.
That guy that's like, oh, I'm gonna write the story about William and he falls in love with some woman, and I'm like, dude, I want to see a fanfic like that,
right?
Legit. I've thought about writing that myself, but I don't know. I'm too invested in CielLucifer right now, but that's okay. There's also that writer who came out in the
From the Murders.
Yes, the Cluesque arc.
Yes.
So I thought about him too. I mean, they're both writers, but I mean. Kind of vary it up and make them doctors, because it's the literature and a lot of reading and stuff. It's like, okay, maybe their profession is doctor. I don't know. So those are the people that I had in mind. I couldn't really think of anybody else.
I obviously need to reread, because two of the people that I said make no sense. So.
No, it's all good.
It's been a while, though.
I know. It's hard to keep track and remember things, but yeah. Oh, there was also, but now that you mentioned the whole Revelations thing, I also just thought about what's his name? Aberline, because he was a priest, but he was a doctor in Revelations. Right. But like you said, I don't know if she's gonna do a repeat thing.
Right.
So yes.
It could also be Agni or something.
Good, right? Just herbal, medicine or something.
Yeah.
That could be a possibility for sure. Oh, and I also thought about Angelina, because technically she's, a medical professional.
That's true.
But I don't know. There are so many possibilities.
I know. There's Ash and Angela, but seriously, them. But
that's funny. Hey, maybe they're the villains like we've predicted before.
In our new one-shot.
Oh, yes.
Our Revelation.
Everyone should check that out. It's a CieLucifer one-shot. So it's a Ciel and Druitt one-shot based off of Revelations.
It was hot.
Yeah. I'd like to think so, too.
And it took us 18,000 years to write. So you better enjoy.
Right. So, yes, go check it out. I'll provide a link below.
Last warning for our photo contest.
Yes.
Yes, our art contest is expiring on the 31st of this month.
So hurry up and get your entries in, people. All right. So I guess to finish off this review, okay, we'll take a glance at the author's note here. So basically in this author's note, Anime Kujo hints at the fact that next chapter we're going to see Sebastian and Ciel going to visit Ciel's parents.
And the mysterious doctor will finally be revealed.
Yes. So we will eagerly await what happens and see who this person is. And then I find it cute also that Anime Cujo's like, I'm so happy that Claude isn't a dick in one of my stories anymore.
Us too.
Right? I know. I'm really curious to see what she's got in mind for these two. Super sweet.
It's going to be adorable because the last one was depressing.
Ooh, they could have some BDSM too, dude, because Claude's a detective, so...
Yes.
He's got handcuffs. And gun oil.
And gun oil, yes.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for this chapter. And, I mean, the only predictions really to make were about that doctor, so...
And I would love to, I'm hoping, against hope, that Sebastian and Ciel will finally get their shit together and start, falling in love in, like, the next 2 or 3 chapters, because I'm, like, eagerly awaiting it. I'm just like, God, just be devoted to each other. You're not straight. Shut up. You're fine.
Right. I'm not gay. I'm not either.
But let's...
Right? Well, thank you again, Alex, for co-hosting with me on these reviews.
Of course.
It's always a blast. I appreciate the ghetto-ness that you add to it.
Thank you.
It's always a lot of fun. And thank you to everyone for tuning in. Again, those of you artists out there, please submit some art.
Yes.
We would love to see it. We would love to see it. And, hopefully one of your guys's will be on the background of our videos. So
put your art in me.
Yes. All right. Well, have a good one, everybody, and we'll catch you next time.
In the new year.
Oh, yes. True. Bye.
Bye.